By the way, normally I don't do these on the show, but this is the shit. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to turn over to Tina now.
Okay, so first we're gonna do some local news. Okay, so this following this I'm sorry, y'all. I have a toddler down here with me now. So this past Thursday, we had two police officers respond to a call of an individual with a gun near 25th and Garfield around 9 p.m. That call escalated to shots fired while the officers were on their way to that location. So when they arrived at the scene, they hopped out the car and they were met with gunfire in an alley, which some are describing as an ambush. The two officers were taken to a trauma level 1 hospital, Freighter Hospital here in the area. One officer is a 29-year-old with 6 years of experience that suffered non-life threatening injuries of a gunshot wound to the back and the foot. This officer hadn't been identified positively. I didn't see, and I saw one report of the name of the officer, but I didn't see anything from any of the local news outlets, so I won't release that name. Um, he has since been released from the hospital. Um, don't know about any ongoing if he's going to be like what his recovery look like, if he's going to get back on duty anytime soon, etc., etc. If he's just going to be on desk duty because he was involved in the incident. Now, when the incident happened, the two officers that were involved did not return gunfire. So let me just put that out there, okay? Now, the other officer was identified via social media, family on social media, friends, stuff like that. It's 32-year-old Kendall Porter. Go get it. Okay. Sorry, y'all. So Porter has also been on the force for about 6 years, and was listed in great condition about after the shooting. So he was had several gunshot wounds to his upper extremities, his arms, and they said at least one pierced his chest that had done damage to his heart. A suspect was arrested around 2:15 a.m. So on Friday morning. So this happened at about 9 p.m. on Thursday night, and they had arrested somebody at 2:15 a.m. the next day. I mean, in the morning, early morning hours of Friday. That individual was identified as Tremaine Jones. Jones has not been formally charged as of this broadcast. And this is something that Martell and I were kind of going back and forth about, where they capture a suspect and they released his name and his photograph, but he hadn't been charged. And I was just like, that's kind of weird for them to release the identity of a suspect before they were formally charged, right? So we really don't know what this individual is going to be charged with. I don't even know how old he was. He looked young in the photograph that I saw. And I don't know. We really don't know why. 32. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and I'm younger than that. Like he's 32. But we don't know what the situation was, why somebody had a gun, and so why, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever the altercation was going on, that somebody had a gun and then shots ended up being fired before the police even got there, right? So that's a whole other situation that we haven't been informed on. But now we got this, now that the police officers have been shot, now it's something more, right? And when this Officer Porter was listed in critical and / grave condition. This was Thursday night that it happened, right? So probably about a couple of hours ago, it was announced that Officer Porter succumbed to his injuries, unfortunately. So, end of watch was Sunday, June 29th, 2025. Let's keep his family uplifted in prayer while they go through this situation. I was reading a lot of things on Facebook. He was a father, an uncle, a brother, a son, you know. So let's keep them uplifted in prayer. And I really hope that we get the truth of this situation. I don't want the police or the DA or whatever to put somebody in jail just because it was a police officer shot. I want to get the truth behind the
Right.
situation. So, oh, what's breaking news? So you put this in here for me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, breaking news: at least two people are dead, and multiple firefighters have been reportedly shot in what authorities are calling an active shooter situation near Canfield Mountain in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. That sounds like that was settled by the French. The shooting began about 2 p.m. today. Local time on Sunday, as firefighters were responding to a reported brush fire in the area. So this is what you were telling me about. It was a couple of firefighters that had died.
Yeah, this is right before we went on the air. It was breaking news via Air Penanus because I had got the email right before we went on the air of him talking about this. We'll follow the story and have more updates for you on the next show because there's some more updates right as of this moment.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So that's something that's developing in real time.